Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for another Seton's cast. I have not watched this game in advance, and I did not play in it, so I do not know what's gonna happen. I hope it's a good one. Here on air, this is Zock. He plays Setons now regularly, which is very nice, and he will probably be top level soon. At the moment, he is not very. He is good, but he's not top level yet. So let's see what he can do on air. I know he doesn't like air, and Cybern is probably the worst faction you can get. This was a random spawn with random factions, I assume. Let's check just to make sure. Let's go on. That's a spawn random, so yeah, this was also back down. On beach, we have TA for life. He is solid most of the time. We saw in an earlier camp that he also fucks up sometimes, but who doesn't? So let's see what he comes up with in this game. Up front, already a lot of action. Softly, also plays Setons regularly. Not so often, but regularly. And yeah, he is also a good player, I think. And we can already see a lot of. I'll speed it down for the introduction. I don't want to miss too much action early on. 3 Celines. This is pretty good. I did this in an earlier cast. I kind of stole this from Dim. I used it against Galar, and it put Galar so much behind when he stepped back with his commander for like 10 seconds, missing reclaim, and I was able to capture over 8k. On rock for the bottom side, this is Pascal. He's also a very solid player, more the eco war kind of guy, but overall good. Basically, I would say he has no really weak spot. His weakest spot is probably front, but even that is solid. So he's always doing fine. So let's look at the opposition. Up front for the top side, this is Galactic Fear, needing no introduction to everyone who knows Setons. And yeah, he's UEF up front, very good faction to get up front. The same is true for Softly, by the way, as Seraphim. Here on Rock, we have another good player. This is Strogo. Yeah, he is a very solid player, and I think with a little more practice he will be top level. Here we have a priori. I don't know much about him. I saw just 2 replays by him, and there he was not doing very well. But maybe he improved, and maybe he studied some build orders, and so he's probably definitely the weak link here, and him against Pascal will end up in a disaster most likely. Here on air we have Jackie. He is a long-time Seton's veteran, and he's pretty solid on all spots. He sometimes does mistakes, but I think he will be a good match for Zoc on the air spot. So over on that ocean, I think on the top side, front and rock have an advantage. Air should be about even, and here this is probably the biggest mismatch, at least from what I've seen by a priori. This is should be a massacre. So back to the action. This is a strange placement by Softly. I mean, he wants to kill the engineer. I don't know what he does here. Uh, why would you run them over here? It's just not good. I mean, this is the 13 DPS, so it's easy to kill an engineer with that. And now he does it. This is just... Hey, well, in this case he also brought an artillery. Now he uses it to go. Kind of an overkill. I mean, it's still good, but I think he missed some opportunity there. And now tragic. This is really this might make a difference. Don't know softly. This one's not. Now this should break up. Not now, because now the engineer is too close. But yeah, softly gave his advantage away he had early on. Since Gala never brings early units, you can always kill his engineer. And I think the last front games I saw by Galactic Fear, he always ended up with never like with more reclaim than the opponent. I think the average reclaim he gets is like 6k. Of course he pressures the opponent then. And softly is now going into the water, not sure if it's necessary. I think he should keep shooting. There is still a lot of mass to get. Of course this, what Gala plans is clear. He hopes that there is still enough reclaim left, so in case his early engineer gets killed, he can push the other into the water and still get the last chunks. So in this case, it might actually be that Gala got more mass. Yes, he does 8k, and softly got 5.6. So this worked out very well for Gala. Meanwhile, very nice radar by a priori. So he actually seems to know what he's doing, or better to know what he's doing than what. This is tragic. Sock tried to drop engineers here. He dropped off one, then saw there were tanks and tried to drop in another place. But Strogo, as I expect him to do, paid attention. Of course, it's when you have Gala up front, who can decide a game by himself. You don't want him to get messed up with bombers or so. And now this is what happens to Softly now. He gets totally screwed by all those bombers here. TA for Life having just 2 interceptors, so that's not really like him. Usually he does a lot of early stuff, but now there is total air domination for Strogo. Pascal is taking a nap here and not helping out his ally in time. Bombers all over the place, and 10 kills, and I think the other one hit 6. So really nice stuff here by Strogo. And now Pascal comes in when the party is over. Well, so this bombardment, like 10 lost pigeons here that early on. We can see softly on 180 power he must, if he wants to get an upgrade, he must be, he's totally power stalling. And he's not even getting an upgrade, he just has 0 power. And when this happens against Gala, this is, this bombardment decided the game already, I think. There's very few Softly can do if Gala really goes for the hardcore push, which it seems he does. He already has a Tech 2 gun commander, and I do not see Softly stopping that. Meanwhile, something very good happens, actually the best that could happen for the top side. Pascal is not applying any pressure at all, and Gala, well, he has one frigate, and Gala now gets an okay tech beach base and a lot of build power. There are also enough factories to spam engineers. So now Gala with double base, and this will be trouble. I mean, unless Softly somehow manages to stop this push, but I do not see it happening here. Well, maybe. If he gets in a couple of good overcharges when those are clustered. But the Tech 2 PD went down in flames very quick. He has another up. Gala will overcharge, yeah, kill the Tech 2 engineer. So as long as he just has one, Gala doesn't have to run. Oh, we see TA for life coming in. Gala must be careful versus 2 commander. You don't want. Yeah. Now the PD is down again. All take 1 here, and also both commanders take 1. So on the beach, 2 frigates against 5. 5 frigates will win. Strogo took the island, and Pascal also took the island. So now they don't know why those comms do not overcharge all the time, especially that one. Just 1 kill, kind of disappointing. Why did he went there? Now Gala starting PD stuff. Take 1 gunships by Pascal. Not happening. I mean, he tried, but it was not a very good attempt. In terms of air, Jockey is ahead of Zoc. Actually, Zoc has a slight economy lead, but Jockey seems like he has double res or already a Tech 3 pigeon. No, he just didn't reclaim the Tech 2 pigeons yet. This is actually a well placed destroyer, the place you want to have one. You actually want to have one here as well, because you can shoot that stuff from there. Pascal paused Navy, and I think he's getting ras. Yeah. This will be so tough now. And actually there might be 2 players dying now. 2 Tech 1 commanders with less units against a Tech 2 gun from 18k HP and a Tech 2 shield. I think Softly will go down here. I don't think he can be saved. Now, actually, Jockey is now has a huge lead in terms of ASF over Zoc. What is Zoc doing? Does he do anything to stop this? No. Well, I mean, of course, his opportunities are limited. Softly went down here, and the question is, what happens to Gala? As long as he is here with no opposition, he will get TML missile pack. Actually, those riptides are pretty nice. He just should keep them away from the commander. But TA is in all kinds of trouble here. He doesn't get. Now it looks like Pascal lost Navy, or is about to lose Navy. Huge riptide spam by Gala. Already a couple of destroyers, and this looks terribly. Now this force should not attack. I think there's way too many frigates under shields. There's just 1 destroyer and a couple of riptides, but I don't think he will succeed there at this moment. Don't know. Pascal, full retreat, making frigates, making cruiser. Of course, he's doing the right thing. He's getting some cruiser, but given the navy push, the cruisers weight heavy now. Still base bombardment. Mm, this is looking ugly. Zog trying to get air control back. I do not see it happen anytime soon. And Pascal losing more access. Well, it looks like he's not that far behind. Maybe if he gets a good turn over radar with his stealth SF, I think he might actually win air. Let's check. 24. 20 with 5 incoming. 20. 29. So has more air. So he should try to fight those and stop the bombing. Well, this was pretty good bomb for Pascal. I think it killed like 2 or 3 riptides, even though it doesn't really matter. Pascal trying to hold off. Of course, the riptides with the heavy rate of fire, with the fast rate of fire, are pretty good to kill off engineers. I remember in one of my recent casts I had a couple of hero riptides with like 30 kills or so. So Sock fighting air now. Of course, this is over flag and in full vision for Jackie. However, Sock now has air. The question is, can Sock make enough strategic bombers? He goes for one gunship. Usually those gunships are pretty good, but given the amount of flag Gala has with him, I think strategic bombers are the unit of choice, and I think Sock realizes it and goes for a bomber too. And well, he needs a couple though, and now Gala already starts Tech 2 shields, and it will become insane difficult to kill this commander. It's already on 21k HP, so you need at least like 7 bombs to drop, and he has a mobile shield and another shield, so you need like 10 bombs to drop at least, and not dodged, and he sends in 3. He should definitely wait and take some more punishment. I do not think the 3 bombers will have any success. What it does though, it is for war. This was heavy. Yeah, this was one flag stuff. I don't know if Gala actually microed the stuff, but there were a lot of ASF killed. More Strat Bomber coming in. Of course, he now has lost air. The shield's regenerating. Gala still on 14k HP, making another Tech 2 shield. No ASF left. The game is over. Yeah. Time to quit, guys. This is just a total massacre. Pascal has a Tech 2 com, trying to PD creep into Gala. No Team D up. He should have done that a long time ago. Sock throws in the tower, and I think it was time. And Gala winning Navy against Pascal here. So well, I think I'll probably a priori leaving and giving the base to Gala. I think that was just the second most deciding moment. I think the most deciding attack was Strogo. When Strogo killed 10 pigeons out of 12 or 14 that I softly had, and those bombers sealed the nail in the coffin, and there was absolutely no comeback for softly, and that was just you should not let that happen to your front player when he is against Gala. What should happen is when your front player is against Gala, the bombs have to fall here and Gala should be on 120 power at 8 minutes, but not the other way around. And at that point, it is rather cheap. I mean, now you need a Monkey Lord to kill Gala, and back then you just need like 3 bombers for 50 mass each or so, and or 80 mass, and you can have a huge success, because when you kill those 4 engineers he usually has on the power and factory spam, if you kill those, he will not have the units in time, and so his whole build has to change. And I saw a lot of games where he got bombed a lot, and he just doesn't even go for the spam and for the push, and that's what he is most dangerous at, if he just like runs over front, and in that case, yeah, the Strogo, I think, of course, Gala did a great job, but I think the best play here goes to Strogo, totally screwing softly with little effort, and allowing Gala to just push through without any resistance. Yeah, softly was just the victim of his side players idling the stuff over the island and having just 2 interceptors. So, yeah, I hope I didn't, since I didn't watch the game in advance, as I already said. So yeah, I think it was a fast-paced game, not boring. Pretty clearly shows that the game can be won through the front if you have a little support. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and see you for the next cast. Goodbye.